Hello and welcome to Tuesday morning, the show. I'm your host. I'm John Warren. I'm head of Fanbyte Media. Welcome if this is your first time to the show. I usually just fuck around and watch YouTube videos about cooking shows, but you know what? We're gonna try something different. Last week we talked about the Activision Microsoft news for a good 90 minutes with one of my guests, Nikki Grayson. Hello. Oh, okay. Well, I guess Nikki's gone. All right. Well, another one of my guests who wasn't here last week but is here today is Merritt K. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I guess Nikki has passed
I'll,
on.
I'll fill in for Nikki. Watch this.
Yeah.
You won't.
Oh shit. Oh
Hello?
shit. Yeah. Hi.
Did you know that the deafen button, which is right next to mute,
Uh-huh.
removes your ability to kind of talk and hear?
Oh,
So I put the Discord window behind my Slack window because I was starting to do some work.
gotcha.
And then I was like, well, I'm responding and they can't hear me.
We're
Yeah.
just ignoring you, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, hi, I'm here.
Hi,
Sorry.
Nikki. No, it's okay. Welcome. Yeah, we're going to talk about some games news this morning and try to do something a little bit different. Listen, if you came here for cooking videos and wassail recipes, I'll probably still sneak that shit into the show. I don't know. We'll see. But let's talk about some game stuff. I think we'll start with the breaking news, I guess you can call it that, is Star Wars. Did you know they're going to make more Star Wars video games?
This
Really?
to me is an unbelievable decision.
This franchise has been dead forever. The Star Wars franchise. Like, I just can't believe they're firing
I think
up
they
these
should
engines.
make movies. And you know who I would think would be an incredible person to kind of spearhead kind of a new trilogy, a sequel trilogy.
Yeah, who?
Mhm.
The director of Cloverfield.
The director
James Abrams.
of Cloverfield.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. I don't see that, but maybe that'll work. I mean, the future might be bright for that guy. I don't know. He loves his lens flares.
It's so bright he gotta wear shades.
It's so bright. He's got to wear shades. Hot off the heels of the Lego Skywalker Saga trailer that came out the same day that Jackie Arwood reported over at Polycon that there was like terrible crunch going on at that studio. Shouts to Jackie Arwood. We got this announcement from Respawn that we have 3 new games coming out from them. One is very obviously the new game in the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order franchise, sequel to Jedi Fallen Order, which was a pretty good game. I like that game.
Mhm.
And a new FPS from Peter Hirschman, who did Battlefront back in 2004.
Oh, wow.
Which is pretty neat. And then a strategy game, which is a publishing collab between Respawn and BitReactor. BitReactor are folks from Firaxis that left. So the folks that did XCOM, some folks left there, started BitReactor, and now they're working on a Star Wars strategy game. So that's kind of, I mean, that's cool news. But we talked right before we got on the air. Titanfall's dead, huh?
Mhm. It does seem that way.
It seems dead to me. Which is a bummer because Titanfall 2 is one of the best FPSs
Games
ever
of all
made.
time.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know. As much as I would love for them to make some sort of Titanfall Star Wars crossover where like, oh wow, now your Titan has a lightsaber, fucking wild. Like, I just don't. They're not gonna do that.
Hey, do
Yeah.
you remember when the Lego Skywalker thing was announced at E3 2019?
2019. I was there. Here, let me
When
see.
we were there, we
when
were in
we
the
were
same
there.
room together,
Star Wars.
and we were like, "Wow, that looks pretty neat." And also, the third movie hadn't come out yet.
Yep.
And then they delayed it to when the third movie was supposed to come out.
And then they delayed it another
And then
2
they delayed it
years.
another 2 years.
Here, I'm gonna give you all the good stream.
Link with Oopsie.
Do you all do you like those Lego ones?
Yes, I think they are good.
They're pretty
Video
funny,
games.
right?
I think they are the only like licensed game that the quality of which has basically been consistent.
Sure, yeah.
since they started them. I played the entirety of that McClunky. I played the entirety of the first Lego Star Wars game on a G4 iMac in the Apple Store in the Grove while sitting on one of those soft, like black orb chairs. I played the entirety of that video game at the Apple Store.
That's great.
That's
I love that for you.
amazing. That's incredible. All right, this was the actual trailer from 2019.
World premiere.
I think I've only like I used to play this with my sister.
Yeah.
And then I played like the last one I played I think was like a bit of like the Force Awakens one for the 3DS.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't get very far in that one.
I like these games. The new one actually I think looks very cool, but like Merritt said, it's looked cool for the past 3 years.
Yeah.
And they had what seemed to be, and I don't know if you remember it this way, Merritt, but they had what seemed to be a fair amount of that game done in 2019.
It seemed like it.
It seemed like it. I could have been very, very intricate tech demo magic, which like exists. But it looked good.
I don't think it was that. I legitimately think the first time it got pushed was to time it to the movie, and then they watched a cut internally and they were like, the movie's gonna be fucking bad, so they pushed it again.
Right.
And then even though they've pushed it now 2.5 years, the studio is so poorly managed that these folks are still somehow crunching.
Yep.
And there's Rey Skywalker, you know?
There's Rey Skywalker. Spoilers.
I think these
spoilers.
It's not spoilers. Yeah, the spoiler implies that someone cares about it, you know?
It's true.
This I mean, it looks good.
It looks really
Listen,
cool.
I like this Lego stuff. I think I burnt out on it for a while because I was like, they made like Lego Star Wars shows and stuff too.
Yeah,
And it was kind of like
on TV. Yeah.
felt like they sort of overextended it. But what do I know? It's for kids. They probably love it.
I mean, yeah, I never really understood, even though I think some of this, I think the Lego Batman movie is actually pretty funny.
Sure, yeah.
But like, I never really understood the point of making shows about this Lego stuff, because like the joy of Lego is that it's interactive and viable. And
that's
like,
why I like the games, right? Because
Yeah.
like you could just do stupid like bullshit.
Yeah.
But I guess a lot of it is the visual gags too, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are a lot of
Probably-
visual gags, that's true.
Probably, a lot of kids first encountered these characters in Lego form.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
your parents are like, "Oh, I gotta show you Star Wars. Here, play Lego Star Wars."
Yeah, I think that there's like I don't have children and I'm not raising children actively, but like,
Wow.
I probably
You're
wouldn't
not.
But
show.
also, and
Yeah.
I thought we were done with
did,
our breaking
right?
news for the morning. But
Yeah.
thank you.
I probably wouldn't, if my child was afraid of things, I probably would not show them A New Hope first. I
Yeah.
probably
No.
would show them a Lego version
That's
of
true.
a Star War before I showed them.
You
Funny.
wouldn't want to show your kids Uncle Ben and Varu burnt up.
Oh, yes.
The charred
their
corpses,
charred corpses.
That's kind of not the first
or like
step.
the scary torture robot that flies in that one
Yeah,
scene.
no, I think I'm good on that one. Also,
Yeah.
these games are like really well written, considering there's no fucking dialogue in them.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
these
I
games are
do
really
like
difficult.
that. I like that they stuck to that.
Yeah.
You can do Jedi mind tricks in this. It's cute. I can't believe they put jizz in Star Wars Skywalker Saga though.
There's a man named Jizz who was just signed to a soccer team this morning.
Really?
Shut up.
His first name is Jizz.
No way.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
God.
First name Jizz, last name Star Wars.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Jizz Salas.
Hi, I'm Epic. Welcome to Jizz Jackrabbit.
Yeah, I don't know.
These-
Oh, what's that ship called? Hey, folks, what's that ship called? Can you go back, John?
Wait, which one?
That? That's an X-wing.
Nope. Next one. Nope, you skipped it. Go back one. Okay, just wait. And wait. And hold on.
Mhm.
And stop it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the.
What's that ship called?
That's Boba Fett's ship.
That's
Yeah,
Boba
but what's it
Fett's
called
ship.
though? What's it called though?
It's called
the
the
one that he
Boba.
flies.
It's called the Boba 7.
Yeah.
What's it called though?
It's sort of like
Nikki, why are you making us say it? Nikki, why are you making us say the words?
It's called the Ship of Boba Fett.
It's called the
It's called
Ship
the
of
Boba. It's called the Boba Mobile.
It's called the Boba Mobile.
It's called the
I don't want to say it.
Listen, it's a ship.
It's called the Slave One.
Do you know that he also names other ships that too? Because that one gets blown up at some point.
So he has a Slave 2?
And he has the Slave 2.
Yikes. Yeah. Good lord.
He's like, that name is so great. I gotta use it again.
You gotta use it again. I have not watched the show. Does anyone confront him about that in the
I have
Boba
not
Fett show?
seen the program.
I don't know. I mean, he is okay. Here's the thing about Boba Fett. He is a bounty hunter who does like hunt people for money and stuff. I don't know that he's going to be sort of like.
Are they going to rehabilitate him?
By their like. No, I think that show is. But if someone's like, "Hey, your ship is the Slave One," he'd just be like, "Yeah, that's right, Golf." Like.
That's right. Don't you fucking forget it.
He's like, I hunt people for money. Like, literally, that is my job. Do you think I care what my ship is called?
Yeah. Do you think this game is really this big and expansive, or do you think do you think this will be pretty streamlined?
I mean, I really do think that they have remastered. They've made the original trilogy Star Wars games like 4 times.
4 times, yeah.
So I think it's like the first ones are probably like a really enhanced remaster of those first ones, and then they've like started from kind of scratch on the later ones.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, there seems like there are a bajillion mechanics in these games.
Yes.
Or in this game specifically, that it seems like there's a lot of shit. This seems like a 500-hour game.
I mean, it seems like
it looks like fucking Death Stranding.
Yeah, it's like there's a ton to do. It seems like. There's old Harrison Ford.
Oh, cool.
Anyway,
there he is.
What do y'all? I mean, like, I really like the Respawn folks and the way that they make FPSs specifically. I think Apex Legends feels really great. I think Titanfall 2 feels really great. The fact that someone from Battlefront is on board for this FPS is interesting. I don't know if I'm like, I don't know. I like those Battlefront games, but I don't think of them as being like superb FPSs.
Oh, no, you're right. They are.
I don't know if they're superb FPSs.
They are. You know why? Here's why.
Why?
Here's why.
Okay.
It's the only game
where
it's the only game based on a property where the
only game based on a property. Okay.
Where every single sound is correct, every single visual thing is correct.
Yeah.
The guys ragdoll correctly, which I'm sure like someone spent 74 years doing.
Making.
I think there's like, I don't think there's a first person shooter that like does the thing where you feel like a fucking nobody in a really big
arena
battle the way that Battlefront does.
Yeah.
Or it's like especially Battlefront 2.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I mean, that's fair. I think I am the only reason I'm bringing that up is because I would much rather them make a Dark Forces game than a Battlefront game.
Oh, yeah. What's Kyle up to?
Is that Kyle Katarn?
That's Kyle Katarn.
That's Kyle Katarn.
Oh, wait, did he die?
I don't remember.
Did he die in Academy? I forget.
Oh, I forgot. You know what? I forget about all those Jedi Academy games.
Yeah.
I really do. I just think of Dark Forces as like a standalone thing, which it super isn't, but I always think of it that way.
I love that series because it got really confusing because they were like Star Wars Dark Forces.
Yeah.
Star Wars Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight. Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast. Like, and then Star Wars Jedi Knight
Fallen Order.
Jedi Academy. Like, I don't even remember if they had a number for that one.
He
got unexisted by Disney.
Here's some gameplay from Dark Forces.
Dark Forces is Star Wars Doom.
Yeah. Whoa!
But with really funny cutscenes.
God,
Mon Mothma is like, hey, you gotta do it.
Mom Martha.
I love this shit.
Oh, this is just Doom, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, but it's Star Wars Doom.
But it's Star Wars. And they got Dark Troopers up in there.
But it's just Doom.
Yeah, it's just Doom. That's cool.
You can't do Force in this one though.
Nope. It's just
they couldn't figure out the technology though.
No.
Damn. God, I played this game. I feel like I beat this game like 5 or 6 times when I was like 10 years old.
I never owned it, but a friend of mine did, and I definitely watched him play it a lot.
Yeah.
Paul says this is just Chex Fest, and you know what? You're right.
Chex Fest. You're right, Paul. You know what? Sorry, Paul. Forgot about that.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Did y'all play Jedi Fallen Order?
Yeah.
I did not.
I like that game.
I wasn't into Souls games at the time.
I mean,
I think you might like it.
Yeah. I haven't meant to play it. I think I was going to, and then it was like free or something, but then it was like, just sign up with your EA account. Yeah. And I was just like, fuck you. I will never connect any account to anything else as long as I live.
I mean, that's fair. I think Jedi Fallen Order is pretty good. That game is it's pretty solid, and it's definitely not as hard as like a Souls game, but it's
well, I did have to crank it down to easy to have fun with it. But you're right.
Which there's no judgment there. That's fine.
Yeah,
you're allowed. You're allowed. You're allowed.
They put the option in the game.
Yeah, I'm just doing what the developers want.
Xenophon reminding folks that it is on Game Pass.
But it's in Game Pass.
But it's in EA.
You have to make it EA. You have to connect it to it's fun.
Yeah.
You need EA desktop. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
So they're making a sequel to Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, they're making a sequel to Jedi Fallen Order, which I think is cool. I think there's been some discourse recently about Cal, the main character.
I hope he fucking beefs it and it's somebody else.
They just have a new main character.
That's what I hope too. I hope he just kind of beefs it.
Because he was just like, what, really boring?
He's just a white guy.
He's just a man.
He's
like,
just
a generic,
boring white guy.
So
at least give me like I want to play as like a fucking old man, like an old ass man, like an old Jedi Knight who like has force powers and shit, but he's like, oh, my bones, you know, like that would be really cool.
Too old for this shit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, I have to use the force to crack my back every morning. Yeah.
Well, why didn't you just use the force?
And he's also, you know, portrayed by Danny Glover. And he is too old for this shit.
That would be nice. Yeah,
that would be good.
Now, Danny Glover really would be too old for this shit if he played that now.
Yeah, but Jedis could like live for hundreds of years or something. Yeah.
I just think that they should do a time jump and maybe have Cal lightsaber be kind of old and washed. He's like 20-ish in the game.
Yeah.
They skip 30 years. This is hard to do.
Yeah.
But like if you skip ahead 30 years, make him 50 and he's got a Padawan.
Yeah.
And the Padawan is like someone cool and interesting. That would be fun.
That would be a good way to do that. To basically go like, okay, we know he sucks. Sorry. Here's a new one. Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. Paul says IO Interactive make an old guy Jedi game where all you do is walk around and use the Force or whatever. That'd be very funny. I would like that a lot.
And then Respawn, they're making a first person shooter.
Yes.
Which I think it's just gonna be like
whatever.
A good first person shooter because Respawn has made 2 good ones so far.
They made 2 good ones.
3 good ones, I guess.
And then if they're making an XCOM in Star Wars, I'd be interested in that.
I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
I think I'm burnt out on the franchise.
I
have been for a long time. Yeah.
There's too much.
Because there was a period when I was growing up, like Star Wars things were relatively few and far between. I mean, for a while. In the late 90s and early 2000s, they were everywhere. But like, I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sick of it.
Yeah.
I think I have always been used to Star Wars being
annoying
everywhere.
Oh, okay.
So I'm kind of like, there's more.
Yeah. No, it wasn't always like this.
Yeah, it wasn't always like this. That's true. But I mean, really Respawn is good. Also, they must be growing. Like they have a bunch of. They have to be. They do have a bunch of open spots on their website. I checked their hiring page this morning. They have like, I want to say like 60 positions open or something like that.
Wow.
But I don't even think that's for all 3 of these games. Like I feel like the FPS and the strategy game are probably far out, and Jedi Fallen Order probably comes out sometime this year, maybe early next year. And like Respawn must be growing because they still want to do stuff with Apex. Like they still want to expand that into, I think, something beyond what the Battle Royale.
Oh, interesting. So you're kind of saying that what if there was a world?
What if there was
like around Apex Legends that kind of had like I don't know, like big robots?
It's the only. It is the Apex Legends is legitimately the only hope that I think people have to get back to Titanfall. Like they could backdoor it, but I don't think there's going to be any way that they green like a full Titanfall 3 project unless like all of these games are like a huge hit.
So these aren't even all of the Star Wars games that are happening.
Oh no,
right? Because there's the Quantic Dream one. Yeah. I forgot until I saw a tweet that was like massive. The people who made the Division, when they finished the Division 2, they started on an open world Star Wars,
right?
Built on that the Division engine, which sure, that sounds cool to me. So like there are a million Star Wars games.
Yeah.
And I think if they just like forget that there are movies for these for another like 8 years and just like let this stuff like sit, that I think they'll be okay.
They'll be okay, yeah. Papa Bear Zach just asked, does Respawn have more than one studio? They opened another studio in Vancouver, British Columbia. So they have 2, I believe. They have one in Southern California, and they have one in.
Did they open that, or was that EA Vancouver and it turned into Respawn?
It was, the studio is located on the EA Vancouver campus to tap into their resources. So it's basically a separate studio, but it's like connected to EA Vancouver. Good question. But yeah, so they've got 2 studios right now. This seems like, maybe they will. Yeah, they did absorb DICE LA, I believe. That I think you're right about that, Fonka Cole. So they are basically growing both in terms of hiring and also kind of absorbing other resources within EA. Hey, let's watch the Stranger of Paradise trailer again.
Oh my god,
I haven't seen this yet.
You haven't? So okay, we are going to be quiet. It is 5 minutes, but we're going to be quiet. Enjoy, everyone.
Watching you risk your lives to save us made me realize something. I was wrong before. Mia and I must survive. We must become beacons of hope among the chaos that all may look to in times of doubt.
Bravo, Jack. Just tell us about the crystals. Those who are to forge the future mustn't be concerned with trivialities. Then cut to the chase. Attachments to this world will just make it harder to do our duty. It's a mercy to forget. Fighting's what I live for.
Did you defeat Tiamat? I am Sophia. Well met.
All I know now is that I want to see this through to the end.
Which makes us Warriors of Light, like in the prophecy.
I know you don't want to hear this.
Then don't say it.
No can do. This one's not like the rest.
You dare brandish your blade at the Kraken? You forget your place.
The power of fire is mine! I will reduce you all to ashes!
No matter how much you wish it, that season will never come. I am lit.
I don't give a damn who you are! Where did I come from?
We're strangers.
Jack Garland.
I'm a stranger here, likely to wander off before long. And when I do, you'll forgive me. Sarah, I'd like you to have this.
But this is very special to you.
You'll just forget. I won't.
The end is nigh! The end is nigh! We're almost there, Jack! Just a little further!
What have I done?
I've laughed and cried. I've had my fill.
You've got to be crazy if you want to change the world.
And now,
I won't give up. I know we can do this together.
I find it all so amusing to think.
It's a mercy to forget. Those were your words, Jack.
And may I say,
you're not off the hook just yet.
Oh no.
The rest is up to Jack.
I did it.
As the world changed for the better, Jack.
For what is a man? What has he got?
Goodbye, Jack.
Then he has not to say the things.
I'll never forget you.
You sure about that?
Of course I am. You never forget your first love.
I promise you, I won't forget.
Yes, it was my
What? I am all fucking in on this game. I am all in.
So many questions. First of all, why do some people look like people and some look like anime elves?
I don't know. I don't know.
Some people's faces look like photorealistic people, and some people look like Sword Art Online.
Yep.
Garland is the villain in one of them, right?
Garland is the villain of Final Fantasy 1. Yes.
Okay. So this is like a time travel thing, maybe, or something?
Well, so it's called Stranger of Paradise, which is an amazing title. Final Fantasy Origin. So to me, it would just be a prequel to the original Final Fantasy. And this shot right here. This is basically the four warriors of light looking at the castle at the beginning of Final Fantasy 1. So like this is basically,
But it's not an isekai.
It is not an isekai, apparently.
That's what we all thought when we first saw it, because he
thought.
was just basically wearing a fucking t-shirt.
Yeah, he's wearing a weird, let me see if I can find it. This weird lopsided t-shirt thing where he's walking through a forest looking at his iPhone. Here.
Crucially, not an isekai. They have iPhones in Final Fantasy
here
World.
it is. Here's him looking at his phone. It's not an isekai. He just has Limp Bizkit and Frank Sinatra on his phone.
His phone.
Yeah.
Because that was diegetic, right? When he played Limp Bizkit?
Yes. That was him just turning on a Limp Bizkit song. Yes.
That rules.
Yeah.
This is hey, this is actually good.
It's good.
It's good that we're doing this. Like, I'm so happy to see people like devs just being like, I don't know, fuck, let's just do some dumb shit.
I mean, I just think this is great. Like,
don't take this shit so seriously.
No, like I love it, and I also think like we could get really deep into it. Alex Donaldson over at RPG site, friend of the site, he posted a bunch of tweets yesterday about kind of the references from other Final Fantasy games that are kind of in this things. So like you fight Tiamat and you fight Kraken. You fight a lot of enemies that do show up in the Final Fantasy canon. So there are some interesting things here for Final Fantasy fans. But like honestly, the fucking audacity for them to play Frank Sinatra, like this cap right here, just when it goes black and it's just My Way by Frank Sinatra playing. I mean, I don't know. I just love it. It's just the fucking audacity of it. And this game apparently is good. I actually never played the demo, but it's Team Ninja. It's the folks that, you know, have made some really good action games. And I don't know. I'm all in on this game. Which I think if you'd asked me like 6 months ago, I was like, there's no way. But I think this game looks amazing. If you want to hear us talk about this game for probably an hour, you can listen to 99 Potions this week. I think that's going to be like the only thing we talk about on the episode we're recording tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm very excited about this game. Nikki, hi, are you there? You haven't said anything. Honey, you haven't touched your Stranger of Paradise.
I have literally no fucking idea what happened in this trailer. All I know is I'm gonna buy it.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. So like you're in.
Yeah, I'm in. They got me.
They got
I don't know shit.
It's PlayStation though.
I have one of those.
I know. I don't.
You have one
I
too.
have a PS4, but I don't want to hook it up again.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Download one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just download a PlayStation 4.
You wouldn't download a PS4, would you? I would. I would completely.
I would.
Do that. It is on PC and Xbox as well, by the way.
Wait, what?
Oh,
it's
why
on
does
Xbox.
it say PS4?
Because
then why is
this Sony uploaded this.
Oh.
Okay, then fuck it. Well,
yeah.
Then that's fine. Then maybe I'll play it.
I believe that's true. I want to double check it. Yeah, it's Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Microsoft Windows, all the PS5s. It's going to be a PC as well. So yeah.
Nice.
Epic Game Store. That's right. It is going to be on the Epic Game Store. That's
Final Fantasy 16 might be PS5
only. Yeah. That could be true.
What do you get if you pre-order this?
Where does it say that?
You get a trucker hat.
You get a trucker hat?
I don't know if that's true, but I believe Paul.
I mean, that would be amazing. Can we see the pre-order trucker hat? Pre-order bonus? What do you get? You get bonus items. You get
bonus items.
I love bonus items.
Digital art book, mini soundtrack. There's unfortunately no trucker hat. I wish. Wouldn't it be amazing if they just gave you like a Zune with like with like a Limp Bizkit song and then fucking My Way on it, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
MP3 players are so cheap now; they could do it.
Yeah.
They're just cowards, and they won't.
That would be amazing. Yeah. This is a day one purchase for me. I'm so fucking excited about this game, and we don't have to wait too long. I don't think. I think it's March 18th. So
thank God it's not coming out in February.
Yeah, I mean, although
like literally everything else.
I mean, it's like, are we gonna be done with Elden Ring by the time this comes out? I don't know.
No, I mean, I won't.
Yeah, I mean, I won't either. So, well, I might be. I might play Elden Ring for a day and then I'll bounce off of it like I do all the other From Software games. But hopefully,
it's gotta get good.
I do have to get good. That is absolutely true. All right. Well, that's Stranger of Paradise. I'm all fucking in on this game. I have nothing else to say. It's perfect. Don't change it.
The game of the year. We can just give it to it now, right?
I mean, I like the audacity of this trailer has put it on my top 10 already. Like, I don't know. I don't know what could like.
Yeah, listen, Elden Ring, that doesn't have a Frank Sinatra song and a Limp Bizkit song in it.
Can you fucking imagine if, listen to me.
Yeah, just go really unhinged on your next one. Just like fuck
nuts.
taking this seriously with this like gothic, mythical cycles and shit. Just go like go ape shit.
Go ape shit. Why not?
It's a video game. You can.
Yeah, you can.
That's why God made them.
No one.
Yeah, it's true.
It's supposed to be fun.
It's supposed to be fun, y'all. Last night, Nicole Carpenter talked a lot about how Raven Software The studio that is part of the sale to Microsoft from Activision Blizzard. They're one of the satellite studios that works on Warzone, Call of Duty. And they had announced, obviously, their intention to unionize. And now they're being told internally that the FTE QA employees are being shifted to different departments. So basically, a bunch of the QA team will be split across a lot of departments, including animation, art, design, audio production, and engineering. I have a couple things to say about this before we kind of get into discussion. This is still an ongoing story, so Nicole Carpenter has been all over the story since it broke, so congrats to her, and also great reporting. But also, like, yes, there are reasons to do this that are legitimate, like in terms of ease of communication between like a smaller QA crowd and specific teams, but also like very transparently, this probably seems like a way to try to break up their organization activity.
By splitting them up across a bunch of teams.
Yeah. So this is like, I think, really one of the only big developments that's happened since the news really broke last week about the acquisition. I don't know. What do y'all think happens here? I have no idea, but I'm just curious.
I also have no idea.
Yeah.
Having worked at Activision, I know how determined management is there. And to be clear, this was almost 10 years ago at this point, so stuff has changed. But
you worked
I
there
doubt
when you were 16.
Almost 10 years. I worked there. Well, it's closer to 10 than 5.
Yeah, that's true.
Whatever 2000 and when did Black Ops 3 come out? 2015?
2015.
So 7 years ago. 2015. Swift. Let's get swifty. They hate any sort of collaboration amongst their employees.
Okay.
So this absolutely makes 100%. This makes sense.
It checks out.
All of this makes sense.
What was I think you've talked about this a little bit, but what was that like? Working QA there?
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
It was like a top to bottom. All of this stuff that like people have said about working at Activision in the last 3 years was true when I was there 7 years ago, right? So it was like the supervisors that were actually Activision employees were actively racist and actively sexist. Would basically go around women and people of color who were clearly doing better. Because like it's straight up a numbers game when you're working QA, especially that low level, which is what I was doing. It literally is how many bugs can you file?
Right.
Are the bugs good or not? ? And then like, do you kiss enough ass to be fired? They fire everybody anyway, but you kiss enough ass to be rehired a week after you get fired?
Right.
To work on DLC. And it was like, as we got closer to launch, people stopped showing up, and you were like, oh, I guess they got let go. And then I started to look around at who was getting let go,
right? And
it was the handful of women on staff, and then the handful of brown people on staff. Like one person, I haven't told this story. One person, we have Call of Duty Black Ops has zombies, right?
Yes.
They sent code to streamers,
right?
And they were streaming zombies. Someone on QA, a white guy, was in chat for the streamer, giving the streamer tips on where to go, like, and how to like solve the puzzles, which is obviously breaking the NDA. But to me, I feel like if you're Activision, that's grounds for an immediate dismissal. Like, you're outie. He was just back the next day. They were like, he's fine, just chill, I guess.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I can't believe nothing at Activision has changed based on everything I've heard. I'm shocked.
Also, there was a bug. I feel like I've told this story. There was a bug that I found where you could shoot yourself in the leg.
Yeah.
If you looked down.
Which is amazing.
Which is bad.
I mean, is it or is it one of the best things?
Is it very?
It would have been really cool, but apparently that was a showstopper.
Yeah,
and there were meetings.
I think if you pull back on the analog stick far enough, you turn the gun upside down toward yourself. You know what I mean? Like that would be amazing.
I agree. But yeah, it was not a good time. Yeah. The office also smelled bad.
Oh yeah, what did it smell like?
Sadness.
Sadness. Okay.
And what did sadness smell like?
It smelled like really old carpet that hadn't been cleaned because there were people in the office for 24 hours a day.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
So like the office, because it was 12. Your shift was like 10 and 10 hours, and there was, in theory, there were 2 hours in between or 4 hours in between each shift. But people were working overtime, and then the QA leads were also still on the floor. So it was like there were people there 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
So like the cleaning staff for the building was never really able to actually clean the office. Because there were people in there the whole time.
Gross.
So, yeah.
That's terrible that people were just there constantly, that it could never get clean.
Yep.
That's not good.
The only people who seemed like they were having a good time working QA were the people who were working on Tony Hawk was it the HD re-release, or was that Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5?
I mean, if it
which one was the one where you fell through the ground when you skateboarded? Was that Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5?
I think that was possibly 5, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so those people, they were having fun.
Sure.
And the Guitar Hero Live team seemed like they were having fun also.
Okay.
But there were only like 3 people doing QA for Guitar Hero Live until I basically complained and was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Play Call of Duty. And they were like, fucking fine, go play the entirety of Guitar Hero Live on Expert and 100% every song. And I was like, I would literally rather do that. So I did.
Yeah. 100%. Well, Tony Hawk 5. I wonder if there are good videos of that, of glitches there, Tony.
There almost certainly are.
There absolutely have to be.
Skate.
Can I introduce you to polygon.com?
Yeah.
No, you can't.
No?
Why not?
That one is, you don't want to look at that one.
Oh yeah, you don't want to look at that one, Nick.
Oh, is that the bad one? Yeah. Tough. Damn it. Fuck.
Yeah.
Everything you touch is shit. Well, no, John, they're not gonna have fucking glitches in this Sony trailer. That would rule, though.
Here's Zero Gamer's video on it. I never played this game.
I did. It's not good.
Look at that. That's
good.
Fun. That's good.
This seems good.
This is good.
This is good.
This seems
why
like
didn't
why
didn't this get the kind of play that Skate did?
This is the one that Lil Wayne is in.
Do you think they tried intentionally to make a Skate? Like they were like, oh, it's gonna be bad. Let's just make it really bad.
Maybe. Found the hidden DVD. It was in the wall.
I just love that Tony had to have played this at some point.
Yeah.
And was like,
yeah, ship it.
Ship it. This is exactly what my experience is.
This is what I envisioned.
This is
oh
what
my
I
God.
do every day.
Ow, his bones.
God. Can you imagine if you watch X Games and you just saw some of this shit happen?
That would be so cool.
That'd be so cool. Wow.
Yeet. I did watch some of the Winter X Games the other night.
Yeah.
And a guy, it's not called an ollie because they're on a snowboard. But a guy did an ollie off of another guy who was with a snowboard while he was laying on his back. And then the guy on his back put his snowboard up, and then the guy that was doing the trick used the guy's snowboard as a ramp to do a backflip.
Oh.
I can't visualize this at all.
John, just go on YouTube and type in X Games snowboard on snowboard 2022 and see if it comes up.
Are we allowed to show that?
Yeah. They're grinding. It's fine.
Oh, well, as long as the news asked them to grind.
2 days ago, full competition.
Hey, you kids. You gotta grind.
Was it Big Air?
Or
was it slope style?
I'm gonna look. Everyone be chill. I'm gonna look. Snow
Well, here's a snowboard knuckle huck. Is this it?
You know where I actually saw it? On the National Geographic Instagram page.
Okay.
That's where I saw it last.
Sure. Okay.
Hold on, it's loading.
It's loading. National Geographic Instagram page?
Mm-hmm. Oh, but you have to fucking log in to look
see
at
a video.
everything.
Well, I think I'm logged into. Oh, nope, I'm not.
You're not? God damn it.
God damn it. Here, let me see if I
It was
can't
such a
log in.
cool trick.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna log into the Fanbyte one. Ah. It sent me a code, but I don't have.
Hold on. Wait, no. I've opened it on my phone.
Okay. Well, that doesn't help me.
Just type in Zeb Powell.
To YouTube?
Z-E-B. Yeah.
Zeb
Just
Powell.
Z-E-B.
Knuckle Huck.
Knuckle Huck.
All right, here we go.
TikTok. True. We got some fire TikToks out here this week.
Knuckle Huck. I don't like Knuckle Huck. It's kind of gross.
That's from last year, John.
His X Games debut.
Wait, this is last year?
Yeah.
And that coffin took.
Oh, you're right. Does say 1 year ago. Okay. There
We've seen Tyler in Knuckle Huck.
God damn it.
Knuckle Huck.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, that one.
If I want to do any hard trick or
Alright,
any
now-
crazy trick, I will probably start on flat ground and just build up from there.
No,
And I
that's
think
a trick
great part
tip. He
about
doesn't do
snowboarding.
it in this video,
And
John.
especially
Well, it says Knuckle Huck.
No, the trick's not called the Knuckle Huck. That's the event.
This is.
You gotta go to the nighttime one. The second video, 3 days ago, Wendy's Snowboard Knuckle Huck highlights X Games Aspen 2022.
We're here. It's
37
time for
minutes
Mountain
long,
Mayhem
Nikki.
as we
No,
welcome
it's
you
11
now
minutes
to the
long.
Wendy's.
What are you?
Okay, it's fine. Everyone
is
just
agony.
fucking.
Yeah, just imagine.
Wait, this
just,
one? This
no,
one? This
no.
one?
Yeah.
Close your
Okay.
eyes.
Everybody, close your eyes.
This is Tyler Nicholson.
Knuckle Huck 2022 YouTube.
This is Zeb Powell run two.
I'm gonna go through the whole thing and I'll tell you where it is.
Wait, sorry.
What?
All right.
Yeah,
Zeb Powell.
Zeb is fucking on one this whole time.
All right, here's Zeb Powell. Here we go. This is it.
Did you find it?
Yeah, I think so.
Where he did the snowboard on the guy.
Oh my God! What is that trick? I've never seen anything like that.
But I say no.
Also, that's not even the one.
I know, but it was cool.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Right there. The fans
He
are in
he
disbelief
does this
as
like
we are.
handstand, but he doesn't even.
So he
Oh
kinda
my
does, like, a
God!
backside Miller flip, if you will.
It's too
then
extreme.
Switches it
That's
to back
too
line,
dude's
and then
knuckle.
He's in the toe edge and flips it back.
Which run was it, Nikki? Is it run?
I'm
two?
trying to find it.
You'll never
Oh, is it the
find
third run? No, believe in me, please. Oh, I found it.
You might think he
Go to.
I say that was an intentional card reverse.
Nikki, I'm
Go
gonna
to-
kick
Go
you
to
off the
22
show.
minutes. No, go to 22 minutes.
22 minutes? I'm on the 11-minute video.
Oh, you gotta go on the 37-minute long video.
You just told me not to go to that one.
Go to the 22. Go to the
22
37-minute long video. 22nd minute.
Snowboard Knuckle
All
Huck.
right.
Yeah, right there.
All right. Okay, all right. This guy's getting ready. All right, I see it.
Oh
What a
no,
friend.
this is really dangerous.
There's no way. You're gonna break your
Really
friend's
wanted
legs.
Yeah. Here he goes. Watch this. Watch this man huck this dude's knuckle.
Bull jam backflip.
Wow.
Aspen loves it, as do we.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You can't really use the snowboard as a proper pole jam.
I would call that
It
knuckle
be
hucked.
in a lot of pain. So you
Yeah.
have to really ollie and trust that you're
Damn.
going to way down the landing, and that's what Zeb does. He takes in a lot of MPH
Zeb Powell,
here.
come on late lunch.
Zeb Powell, come on
Gets
late
the
lunch.
rotation around.
This is
Sorry
an
that took
optical
30 minutes.
illusion.
That's okay.
It's an illusion, optical in nature.
Yeah.
Really.
It's an illusion optical in nature. Thank you.
That's I'm
commentator.
always saying
I'm
this.
always saying this. Hey Merritt, you posted a cool piece from Clayton Anderson yesterday on the website about
Yeah.
about FNV games and remasters.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had any thoughts about this. You should go read the piece.
Yeah, I mean it's a great piece,
yeah.
first of all. But yeah, it's I didn't know about these really. But I guess there's this company called Screaming Villains, which is actually just one guy. And he has re-released Night Trap.
Yeah.
Double Switch. I think like basically pretty much all of the games that team made.
Yeah.
Which are all FMV games, which like was a thing in the early 90s, if you don't know, where like the Sega CD came out and basically, like the stuff that people were working on with VHS tapes suddenly like had a home. Like it could be like, oh, the Sega CD can play video. I mean, extremely low res video, but like video. So let's make games with this. And in practice, the games come down to just like you're switching between like a lot of different cameras and you have to like be on the right one at the right time and like prevent something from happening. Like in Night Trap, basically these girls are like at the ski lodge and these vampires are trying to get them and you have to like use the traps in the house like that to like to get the vampires instead. It's not good. Like it's not a good game. But it is historically important because it's one of the reasons why the ESRB exists. Because people were like, they're showing real violence in video games. It was like Mortal Kombat, right? It was like it's like real people. It's not Mario anymore. And that trend, kind of died off in the mid 90s when people realized that it wasn't actually that like compelling for the most part. It was basically just like watching a movie with a lot of randomness and like having to repeat a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like Double Switch is like that.
What was Corpse Killer?
Corpse Killer is a rail shooter with Vincent Schiavelli is in that one.
Right.
I love that the AVGN is the first thing that comes up.
The first thing that comes up. Yep.
He's got to tell you about NordVPN or whatever. But yeah, no, this is what it looks like. It's unplayable. Like it's really bad. That's Terminator 2.
That's just Terminator 2.
Oh
my god.
Yeah. It's just like these like just they dropped basically these actors walking back and forth, digitized actors onto the screen and just like have them jumping at you.
I love Mortal Kombat.
Oh look who it is.
Wow.
It's Vincent Schiavelli, who you may recognize from Ghost.
From Ghost. He teaches Patrick Swayze how to kick stuff as a ghost.
And his name is Hellman.
His name is Hellman.
There he is.
Thank you. Angry video
James.
game nerd.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean these games are bad, but like basically the thesis of the article is like games benefit from documentation.
Yes.
More than, at least as much and sometimes more than other forms of media.
Yeah.
Because insofar as a game is just like an artifact created like that isn't, it doesn't have people in it for the most part. FMV games obviously do, but like they don't really. It's like there's no context for it.
Right.
Like Tetris, it's just like, okay, well, you can't really. Yeah, these fucking demons flying at you. And basically, so it's just saying like, basically this guy like came across Night Trap, the anniversary edition, and was like, I don't really know what this is, but like, I guess I'll try it. And then came to really appreciate the game through all of the stuff that the anniversary edition came with. Right. And then it sort of contrasts that with like Nintendo just being like, hey, we put three Mario games. We put 3 Mario ROMs on a thing.
Yeah.
So, and like basically saying like Nintendo should relish the opportunity to be like, we fucking changed the game so many times. Like look at this press, look at these these ads, look at like this coverage at the time, look at all this stuff. But they don't.
Yeah, that Mario 3D All-Stars package should have been this thing that like was so above and beyond what anybody else is capable of doing that it's like embarrassing to even try. It should
and like
be.
They have the archives. Like we know they do from the leaks. They just don't use them.
Right.
And it's embarrassing for them.
Yeah.
But it's also like detrimental to the industry. And also there's so many like low effort retro compilations lately that to see something like this is really cool because like they're actually putting in like archival footage of like there's an interview with Vincent Schiavelli like from the time, and they're like, "So what's your favorite scene?" Or like, "Do you have a favorite scene in this game?" And he's like, "What are you talking
what
about?
What are you talking
about?" So like, it's just like cool to have that stuff. And like, I've played a few of these compilations in the last like couple of years, like the Space Invaders one and the Turrican one, and it's just like a lot of them are really low quality, and there's no reason for that. If one guy can do this, then like definitely these companies that are contracting to like Einen Games and stuff can absolutely put the same level of effort into something.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, it's a really cool piece. It kind of goes through a brief history of some FMV games in this vein, and I think it's really cool. And yeah, makes a very compelling case about why it's so embarrassing that Nintendo does things the way that they do them. So
do you ever think about how for a minute the hottest product in America was the NES Mini, the NES Mini? It was
you couldn't get one.
impossible to get. People were dying over it because they wanted one so bad, and then Nintendo was like, what can you do?
Yeah, I don't know. It's embarrassing.
It was. I mean, I think it was like the right time for it.
Yeah,
because you had a lot of people who had grown up with it, reaching their 30s and like having kids and being like, I want to experience nostalgia and show my kids the Nintendo. But like, and at least I can see with those, you're like getting a physical thing, so that's like something.
Yeah. I mean, I still have mine. I think I still have mine hooked up to one of my TVs, like in a different room. But it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they could put so many things on VG on the virtual console stuff for I don't know why we call it virtual console. It's just what I'm used to. What is it called? Nintendo game online. Nintendo Online.
Switch Online.
Expansion pack is the N64 and Genesis stuff or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I mean they could do all that. I mean, it is odd that they're still doing that. They're even doing VG stuff, even just a couple of years removed from the physical console stuff that they were doing. But I don't know. It seems so easy.
Come on, guys.
Also, like, weren't we just a few days ago gonna hear about PlayStation backwards compatibility, and then they just didn't?
Yeah, what happened to that event?
That's really
weird. Is that not
weird.
happening now?
PlayStation backwards compatibility. All right, yeah, here we go. Fans thought, but it's just a new ad. Fans thought PlayStation was teasing PS1, PS2, and PS3 backwards compatibility, but it's just a new ad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's just basically a pop star in this commercial. That's all it was.
Was there any real reason to think that, or was it like they just said 1, 2, 3 and
well,
like, oh,
just 1, 2, 3, and yeah, and they were like, on January 23rd we'll announce, and then everybody just thought that was going to coincide with that.
And instead, it's
but it's just this. It's just this.
Is this what you wanted?
This is what you wanted,
right?
That's it. That's all it was.
There it is.
It was a teaser for an advertisement. I've never seen a teaser.
Now I have to buy 15 PlayStations.
I don't think I've ever really seen a teaser for an advertisement. This was the original tweet. PlayStation. So yeah, I guess people did.
Yeah, you don't use old, but I think like Sony hasn't used those colors.
Shit. Yeah, right.
For anything since fools. Let me run Sony. I'll fix it. Remember the Sony that was like, here's how you share games on the PlayStation 4, and then it was two white guys standing in a room, and then one handed a DVD to the other and was like, that's it. That's how you share games. Remember that, Sony?
No,
I don't.
At E3
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my god. Know your gaming history, losers. Okay, so remember how that Microsoft event, right, when they announced the Xbox One was TV, sports, TV.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, oh, you got to connect to the internet to play anything, which like they were right and just early. that E3, like before Sony was like, the thing also costs $100 less. They released a video. I actually think it was Adam Boyes question mark and then Shuhei. So not two white guys. And they were just in a room in suits. Well, now I'm like remembering it. And then they're like, here's how you share games on the PlayStation 4. And one of the guys is holding a PlayStation 4 game box, and he gives it to the other one. And he's like, that's it. And then the video ends.
Yeah, I don't remember that
Did I make this up?
Yeah, I think you did. I think you made it up.
What the fuck?
I think he made it up. Some breaking news: that unpacking clone that went to the iOS store and was basically the one of the top charters, it's gone now. So
good.
I haven't played unpacking.
Do you remember when there were like a million getting over it?
Yes.
On the store.
Yep.
That was fun.
Was
Bennett
fun.
was just like, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Wait, I got the bag already.
I got the bag. I made fucking quap later.
I made quap. What do you want from me?
Yeah.
I was in cut copy. What do you want from me?
Wait, was he in cut copy?
Yep.
Wait, what?
What's cut?
Bennett Body was in cut copy before they became super big, because he had to decide. He was like, do I want to go on tour with my rock band that I'm in, or do I want to do my PhD? And he decided he wanted to
Bennett Foddy. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's the funniest fucking thing.
What are you talking about?
No, it's great because I saw cut copy when I was in like my senior year of high school because they opened for Franz Ferdinand.
Oh my god.
But I think that was right before or right after he had left. But yeah, he's like, the last time I talked to him, like, yeah, I made the right choice.
I was about to pull up a song by Cut Copy. I forgot that that's a no-no on Twitch, huh?
Yeah, you can't.
They don't like you to do it.
They don't like you to do that. All right. Well, Cut Copy's good, so that's wild.
Australian,
synth
rock kind of thing.
Damn, that is really interesting. I did not know that. You learn something every day. I found this guy on Twitter, on YouTube last night. This is this New York guy that cooks.
Oh, a guy from New York who's cooking
white
and has
cream
YouTube
sauce
channel.
with sausage.
Yeah, but he's like, you just gotta you just whatever, and then every single recipe he makes, he gets to the end, and then he invites his kid downstairs
Contingent on
to taste
when your
it.
pasta's done, how long it takes right now to finish. You want to taste test this?
Does the kid like any of the food?
Yeah, he always is like, man, this is really good, Dad.
Not done yet.
Wow.
It's adorable. And actually, all the stuff he makes looks really good.
That looks good.
Yeah, I know. It's just it's a lot of cream and a lot of cheese and a lot of sausage. So
I mean, yeah, it's hard to go wrong.
It's hard to go wrong with that.
Once al dente, remove pan from the heat. Add 3/4 cup of pecorino.
Yep. There you go. There's more pecorino. God, it's a lot of cheese. There's his kid.
What do you think?
It's really good.
If you don't think it's amazing,
that it sure is a child.
Yeah.
No, I think it's great.
Right?
That kid's got my
Listen,
hair.
Guys, this one took
Yeah, but
very short
the kid is
A child's
cool,
gonna play you,
know?
in the fanbite
in the fanbite biopic. Yeah.
30 minutes.
That kid's gonna play me.
That kid's gonna play Child John at the Vatican.
That really, really helps me out.
Yeah.
Meeting the Pope.
God damn.
I also appreciate.
I wish I had that
who
photo
supports
with
me
me.
on Patreon.
Like
And,
very
anybody
close.
else who
Very. I always
leaves nice
need to have that
comments.
photo handy.
You should always have it on your desktop.
I should always have it on my desktop to show people John Paul the II or whatever
May you rest in
touching
peace.
my head. It's really weird. Probably no one on the stream knows that story.
If they listened to Papal Bull, they did, but otherwise, I don't see how they.
Wow!
possibly
Yeah,
could.
Papal Bull. God, that was like 2 years. That was like
It
2.5
was.
years.
Hey,
ago.
hey, do you know I'm coming up on 3 years in February?
Yeah.
Of employment. Same. I also same. But you started a month before I did.
Oh yeah, because I was like, hey, I worked with this kid over
Yeah,
at
that's me.
Verve.
Yeah.
And really liked their article on the Overwatch League.
Overwatch League. Damn, how the you remember me? Remember old me? Fucking Overwatch League stan.
Yeah.
Esports?
Damn.
You were into it.
Esports. I loved esports.
Yeah. You were super into
Listen,
it.
we all loved esports.
We all
John,
loved
did
it.
you love esports?
We all loved esports. We all loved esports. I loved esports the longest.
Listen, America's romance with esports was a whirlwind. It was a different time.
What if Joe Biden tomorrow was like, I'm starting an Overwatch League team? Do you think he would be able, like, people would like him more?
No. What? Would like him more?
Yeah.
If he started an Overwatch League team?
Mm-hmm.
No. I mean,
I was like, I'm buying the Overwatch.
I would like him less.
You would like him less?
Yes.
What sport would Joe Biden have to buy into to make you like him more? Oh, yeah. Filthy Phil asks, what if Joe Biden was on the team? The Overwatch League.
Okay, if Joe Biden was on
and he was
the
DPS.
team,
okay,
that changes.
Joe Biden agrees to be DPS if he buys the Overwatch League.
Yeah, no, that changes things. If Joe Biden's got to sit up there and under his breath call people sons of bitches, yeah, I mean, it would be the most work he's done in the past.
Hey yo, boom,
political,
boom.
What if Joe Biden streamed Fortnite on Twitch? That would be wild.
I think Fortnite would be over. I think
you're right.
Every day Tim Sweeney like has nightmares every night, and is like, I hope to God, Jen. What's that lady's name?
Jen Psaki.
Yeah. Jen is like, I hope to God she doesn't tell Joe Biden about Fortnite.
Please don't tell Joe about
Please
Fortnite.
don't tell Joe Biden about Fortnite.
Jen Psaki's like, listen, have a margarita, go kickboxing, kick up your feet, and
go to hit up Tilted Towers, which doesn't exist anymore, probably.
No, Tilted's back.
Oh, it's back.
Kick up your feet, blow up Tomato Town. Yeah. God.
Damn, Mira, I love how you said Tilted and then you immediately were like, it's gone. And no, it's back. Tilted was under the ice. The ice has been melting.
It was gone for a while, right?
Okay, so listen, the island flipped over right before the end of the year, right? And then it turned out that on the other side of the island, there was a lot of ice because it wasn't revealed to the sun. And then it was incidentally, that's when Santa Claus and all of his elves showed up. And they were kind of vibing. Half of the map was snowy.
Damn.
That's when Santa Claus showed up.
Over the course of the last couple of weeks, the island has been getting warmer, kind of like global warming, and more parts of the map are being revealed because the snow ever so slowly is retreating and melting, and it revealed Tilted Towers last week.
Wow. Damn, that recently, huh?
Yeah.
My fellow Americans, we got a #1 victory.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, is this
no Yoho? They're still alive. Yeah. Still alive.
Give me a break, that's malarkey.
No.
What?
I can't.
You can't take me away, but my good lane.
Oh, this owed. This fucking rules, dude.
I'm taking frenzy damage right now.
Current time owns.
#1.
Wait, are those the Auto-Tune the News guys still? They look like they have papers in like.
I don't think they have.
Tomato Town, sir.
I mean, they've auto-tuned
What's that code for?
Fortnite, we about to get down. White supremacy.
I guess
that's malarkey. COVID-19.
No.
Climate and crisis. That's malarkey.
No, this sucks.
You're saying it's
that's malarkey. Racism.
And that you don't.
That's malarkey. Neanderthal.
I thought it was better when he was just doing against and stuff, but now that they're trying to be like, oh, Joe Biden's cool and hates bad stuff.
Sir, what is Tomato Town a euphemism for?
When he demonstrably doesn't.
Smoke yo-ho!
God damn. Awful. Jesus Christ.
That has 2 million views.
2 million views.
2 million people.
That was just
were
what
like, I gotta see this.
I just typed Joe Biden Fortnite, and that was the first thing that came up.
#1 victory royale.
About to get down. Folks, this has been a good one. I think this is we've overextended. I ended with this, and it's a bad way to end it, but that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna end it. I did this to you. Just to go give this video another 2 million views, folks. Please.
No.
Please.
Don't.
Okay.
Are you not doing cooking stuff?
Well,
is this the end of the stream?
I mean, we could do you want to do more cooking stuff?
I don't know. I mean,
cleanser. We need
we've only been going for like an hour.
Okay, all right. I'm being told we need a palate cleanser. Okay. I made cupcakes the other day.
Oh yeah.
They were vanilla. Here, I'll pull up the recipe. They were vanilla with Nutella buttercream.
What does that mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What does that mean? Mira, what do you mean? What does that mean?
What does it mean?
What do you
It's
mean?
a simple question.
You can have flavored buttercream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
You put the
buttercream like was a flavor.
No,
it
butter.
is.
Well, it is. I mean, but it's like here. I'll show you.
It's like what if frosting was chocolate? You know.
I made these.
Oh, okay.
So you didn't kind of come up with the recipe; you just stole it off
Yeah,
of the
no, I
internet.
stole it.
Oh, so you just stole it from the internet?
I stole it. This is my This is my friend Liz. You should go to her. She's been on my show TFTK before. Liz is great. She went to my alma mater, Austin College, and she's
nepotism.
Great. Yeah.
Anyway, you make these vanilla cupcakes and they're super simple, and then you make the buttercream. And she put these little candy bars on top. I'm not that fancy, but they were really good. They're really good. I made too many of them because it's only 2 of us who live here. I can't eat 12 cupcakes.
What about the dogs? They love chocolate, right?
Yeah, dogs famously love and can eat.
I mean, they do love it.
They do love it. That's true.
Bad. I mean, listen, I like things that are bad for me.
Yeah, it's just not good. But I made these. Let me see what we got in terms of best cupcakes on YouTube. Let's see what we got. I don't believe that. Those aren't perfect cupcakes.
Cyberspace guy, please don't bring up YouTubers. Please don't bring up YouTubers.
Very best chocolate cupcakes. Let me see. Does Claire make cupcakes? Claire Saffitz. Shit. Cupcakes.
Dogs love smoking cigarettes.
She makes breakfast muffins. That's nothing. All right, let's do 4 levels.
No, because Claire doesn't like cupcakes. She thinks that the ratio of frosting to cake is wrong, and then she doesn't like muffins either because she's like, if I'm gonna have a really sweet piece of bread like a muffin, I might as well just make a fucking cake, which I get. Like, I love muffins, but I get that.
Sure.
I just like a muffin because it has like the little top part gets like nicely kind of crusted.
Merritt, what if I told you that the fine folks over at Kraft, who also made the bagel full, did an innovation? They had a product called.
Is it just a muffin top?
Yeah, it's just a muffin top. Then you just put those in the toaster, and they were called muffin toppers or something.
That's Seinfeld.
They were great.
That's a Seinfeld 30 Rock joke.
No, it's not. It was a real product that I ate, and they took away from me because of racism.
It's bonkers. So there are 4 different kinds of cupcakes that are being made now. This is I don't know if I love these Epicurious videos because they're
Bon Appetit videos.
They bounce around a lot.
Yeah, because the Bon Appetit B team edits these videos.
Oh, I didn't know that. Is Epicurious owned by Bon Appetit?
Yup.
Oh, I didn't know that. Huh. Damn.
But yeah, the well, I guess at this point it's the C team, huh?
Yeah.
Ayo. Fucking Brad was in a video with
Jeff Goldblum.
I
saw
They're
that.
back in the office now.
Yeah.
Also. Which is weird.
We're gonna add our flour to the mix. Vanilla extract, baking powder, a little bit.
Oh, you're adding this. You're adding these dry ingredients in a weird way.
Whoa.
Friend.
Whoa. What the fuck?
I don't
Whoa.
I don't understand. This process is all wrong.
Did you see? Whoa.
What?
That was so wrong.
What?
He put the flour into the wet and then put the milk.
I know. He just mixed all of this up in a wrong way.
Is he the guy that has no fucking idea what he's doing?
I don't think this is. I think this is like an amateur baker, a professional baker, and like an expert baker.
Is amateur a person who's never seen a cupcake before?
Maybe. maybe.
Coconut extract. Fuck out of here.
And then add in my espresso, which is so adorable.
Yeah, Bone App is still going.
Yeah, Bone App is still going. Yep.
And I'm gonna add them as much as possibly one
which
at a
is
time.
interesting.
And the last thing that I'm gonna add is the shredded sweetened coconut.
They're not making it nearly as much money anymore, though.
Yeah. So, Nikki, you'd be allergic to those cupcakes with the coconut in them?
Yeah, it would fuck me up pretty bad.
Can't eat those, huh? What nuts are you allergic to?
All.
Just like the Italian.
Well, if it comes from a tree.
Tree nuts, yeah.
I like to use plain
Or it's a legume.
What nuts don't come from a tree?
That's the joke, John.
Peanuts don't come from a tree, do they?
But that's a legume.
Yeah.
I'm not allergic to bees.
You're not allergic to bees.
No, I am allergic to bees.
Oh, okay.
Bees famously a kind of
a nut. A tree nut. I might be allergic to bees. I've never been tested. My dad is very allergic to bees.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can eat honey.
Okay.
Oh, good for you.
But I just can't. If a bee stings me, it's game over. Like game over. So I simply scream when a bee gets near me and I run away.
Now, this guy just said he'd bake these cupcakes at 375 for 25 minutes.
He's gonna burn.
Those are gonna burn.
So for my peanut
Why are they letting this out?
I don't know.
This is like medical malpractice. This would be like a video on the internet on how to
malpractice.
This would be like on how to fucking do an appendectomy, and like the doctor only has a spoon and a knife.
Some butter, and I'm gonna sprinkle some sugar over the top.
Medical malpractice shouldn't be allowed.
It shouldn't be allowed. Yeah, you're right. I agree. Medical malpractice shouldn't be allowed, but it's just legal everywhere. It's legal in 50 states. Mara, do you like a cupcake?
Yeah, I mean, I'll fuck up a cupcake sometimes. I'm trying to eat less sugar, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which is going... It's going okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know you like have a thing for candy, but like
I haven't lately. I've sort of been over it lately. I haven't had any like cravings for candy. Well, I would say that, and yet my mom did send us like a ton of stuff for Christmas. So like I think maybe I burnt out on candy and chocolate and stuff over the holidays. Yeah.
I've gotten really into there's like no candy in my house anymore.
Okay.
I used to like have candy in my house. Now I have fruit strips, which aren't healthier.
Sure.
But my
feel
brain,
healthier.
I feel healthier because it's
feel
fruit.
healthier.
And that's like been pretty good. Whenever I would usually reach for like I don't know, like a gummy worm, I'd just go get a fruit strip instead.
And whip it like so.
And it's like when I'm eating it, I'm sad because I wish this was a gummy worm. But then I forget, you know.
Low key, low profile.
No, don't forget. That's what the Final Fantasy game is about.
Yeah.
Never forget.
I'll never forget.
She's got a fucking sous vide.
She's using an
What?
immersion circulator to
How
make
much
dulce de
time
leche.
do you think
This is
I
fucking
have?
nuts.
What's happening?
Is that a vacuum sealer?
Yeah, that's a vacuum sealer to do the sous vide
For
bag.
what?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah. This is,
I don't have time for this.
Make
Just
fucking-
put the whole can in the fucking. Oh my god.
Nikki, that's so amazing because that's literally what I've seen people do. Is they put the fucking can in a water bath.
In the water bath.
Yeah, and it cooks inside.
Oh my god.
If you put the can of condensed milk in a water bath, a heated water bath, it'll turn into dulce de leche.
Whoa.
But
she like added 6 pieces of technology and 13 extra
yeah,
steps.
that didn't make any sense to me. I agree with you.
I've been looking into sous vide machines lately, but not for food, but for film developing.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I developed a roll of film yesterday in my house, which was cool as fuck. But it was black and white. Black and white's really easy because there's a thing called the mono bath and it has the fixer developer and all this shit in it.
Sure.
mix it and whatever. Color film
yeah.
harder because it requires multiple steps because of the way color is made, but it has to be kept at a very specific temperature because if it goes over or under, then you over or under expose the film, or you could just straight up ruin it if it's too hot or too cold. So now everyone's like, well, if you just get an immersion circulator or a sous vide machine, you know exactly what the temperature of the water is instead of like having to fuck around with like a pot of boiling water or of like hot water on the stove where it kind of like goes up and down and there's fluctuation. But like sous vide machines are fucking expensive.
Yeah, immersion circulators are no joke. You have to have those big plastic tubs and stuff.
Yeah, like it requires so many fucking things, and then it like has to be bigger than one you would use food in because I have to put like 2-liter bottles of chemicals into the thing plus the water, and it's like I don't know about all that.
Nikki, sorry.
What's up? Yeah, I know.
12 hours.
No fucking
The immersion
way.
circulator went 12 hours
No
to make that little
fucking
cellulite shit.
Go to hell.
People online really seem to like taking a long time to make things.
I mean, it makes no sense. It doesn't need to take this long.
It doesn't need 12 hours.
It's better.
Put it in there for
12 hours. It's better.
3 minutes.
Pepalewski says the can thing is real. My mom used to make it in a pressure cooker. Yeah,
that's scary.
Smart. It's a little scary, but it's
That
smart.
Your mom, unbelievably powerful.
Braver than the troops. Yeah.
The idea of putting I'm not trying to get this
And
is
in a
us.
pressure cooker?
Yeah, I'm not trying to get this is us in my own house, you know?
I forgot about that.
Wait, about
Like,
what?
God.
In This Is Us, it's a crock pot, but in This Is Us,
Someone dies from a crock pot?
yeah, it's a family drama on NBC.
Yeah.
A guy gets killed in an electrical fire because the plug on the crock pot is old and it sparks out and burns the whole house down and he dies in the house fire, and then the crock pot company had to be like
This doesn't happen. Like,
doesn't happen.
This doesn't happen, folks. You're not gonna explode in your home.
4 days. No way. Just go to Ralph's.
Yeah, go to fucking Ralph's. Yeah.
Do they also put nails in the crock pot? No. I don't have a crock pot. My
Add
instant
a truffle. What are you doing? This guy is fired.
Clown.
You heard it here first, folks. This guy's fired.
This guy's fired.
I would not eat the one that Penny made. Not because it's poison, but like I wouldn't eat it. It just doesn't look. The level 2 cupcake looks like the best one.
The level 2 also looks like the best to me.
It's too much for me. How am I supposed to eat that?
No, last one have a tortilla chip on top of it.
Grilled pineapple.
It was a piece of
okay.
pineapple. Yeah.
Okay, how do you eat cupcakes? All 3 of these people have done it incorrectly.
To be honest, if I have to eat it with my hand, I break off the middle and turn it into a sandwich.
Perfect.
Sorry?
You basically break off the bottom part and you put it on top and you eat it like a sandwich.
We had 3
Wow. Wow, this is a common thing apparently. I've never done that.
Yeah.
And if I have a knife and fork, I will frankly eat it with a knife and fork.
Yeah, because the cupcake problem for me is I'll bite it and then
it explodes.
It's all over.
Yeah, no. See, that's the beauty of the sandwich method, right? Because it guarantees a couple of things. If you eat it as built, right, you will run out of one of them first. You will run out of either frosting or cake first because your mouth is not that big, right? If you break it in half and then put the bottom on the top, each bite has a correct ratio of cake to frosting, and then you consume all of them at the same rate. But like you can't do that with the pineapple one this person made because there's shit on top of it.
Gabrielle's chocolate cupcake batter had more sugar than flour. We call this a high ratio cake.
That's a high ratio cake.
That's a high ratio cake.
I signed up for Skillshare
and
like
color.
because I got a free trial, and I'm like trying to learn knife skills and stuff off of it. I think it's cool.
Yeah,
it is.
I don't know. I haven't really looked into it that deeply. Somehow it feels better to me than like just going on YouTube, because it's like, oh, I'm learning things. This is educational. I'm not gonna get distracted with like Tony Hawk 5 videos or whatever.
Yeah, I've done a handful of Skillshare courses. I also like the way that it's like broken up
into like shorter things. Yeah.
Because like the worst part about like YouTube tutorials is that like the quote good ones are all like 4.5 hour long videos.
Yep.
And you're like, I don't want that actually. It's like I'm gonna forget where I was in the video.
The only like, and there is a feature that people can use to stop that from happening. Most people don't, but like the Retro Game Core, which is the site that I use to set up my Embernick, uses chapters in his videos. So it's like, here's the part of the video where I teach you how to do this thing. Here's the part where it's this thing. And it's like, damn, why doesn't everyone do this? This is so good.
Yeah.
That can occur at higher temperatures.
John, can you bring up one of his videos?
Yeah,
I just like his like whole like steez. He has a very like calming demeanor. He's like, yeah, here's how to turn this on, and it's pretty cool.
The dude that does the
Retro Game Core.
Retro
Game Core.
And then let's just do the one that we got. Wait, did we?
His videos are all just like kind of Asmery almost, of just like, hey, I'm going to show you how to set up this little guy with my hands.
Hey everyone, this is Russ from Retro Game Core. When it comes to retro handheld gaming, for the price, my favorite devices are the RG351P and the RG351M devices made by Ambernick. I think that if you're brand new to retro handheld gaming,
are those buttons
these devices
squishy or
are the best
clicky?
ones to jump into.
They're clicky.
But there's still a bit of a learning curve when it comes to these devices, and so that's what we're going to tackle in this video. I'm going to show you what to do with your device in the first 20 minutes that you own it. This is going to include all the little things that you're going to need to do so you don't screw it up when you first get it. So consider this an entryway point into the RG351 devices. So without any further delay, let's
Why
just
didn't
jump
they
right
let
into it.
Capcom make licensed wrestling games in the 90s?
Now when you first get your box, it's going to look something like this, depending on the model you buy. Here's an RG351M
Also, is this
box.
this is like high speed, right? Like this is sped up.
Inside, you're going to find a USB-C charging cable
Is it?
and a user manual.
A little bit maybe.
Now this
yeah.
charging cable is not the best in the world. So if you have a
it looks
better
like maybe
USB-C
1.5
cable,
speed
I would
or
recommend
something.
you use that instead. One thing to note is that this device requires a 5-volt 1-amp charging brick, which is the same as the small ones you would get for a smartphone. You don't want to use like a fast charging brick. You want to use the old slow method.
The old slow.
Okay, the
method.
device will come in a little bag like this. All you have to do is just pull it out and take off that.
Folks, we love the old slow method.
So in today's example, I'm actually going to use an RG351P.
for the website fanbuy.com.
The thing is,
the exact same if you buy.
I'm not sure where the line is between like.
One of the first notes here is that there's going to be a sticker over
like
your
we all
SD
know
card.
that this
So you're
is
gonna
a
wanna take
thing,
that off,
and
it's kind of a pain.
people will get
So you
mad
use
at
something
us
like alcohol
for.
or just
But it's not like we're saying, hey, go
Quick
emulate
orientation here. So there's a
Metroid,
power
the new
button
one.
on the left side. That's how you turn the device
These are all
on.
games that are
You have
like
your L1 and L2 shoulder
abandoned
buttons,
essentially
as
for the
well as
most part.
two
Like
USB-C ports, and they're labeled OTG, and that basically means it's there for peripherals.
Yeah, people
The one
talk
on
about the
right also
Mister
says
all the
DC.
time.
That's the one
This-
you're
I
gonna
feel
use
like
to
this is
charge.
chill.
In the center, you have a headphone jack,
I mean,
and
you
then your
know,
other right shoulder
and
button.
besides, like we all
On the
just
front,
put
you're
our
gonna see a
own ripped
D-pad, and
ROMs
then your
on
A,
them
B,
anyway.
X, Y face
Like,
buttons.
What?
I just, you know.
Then you have two
I
dual
like take all
analog
my
Yeah, no,
games,
they're
like,
there
create
are
ROMs.
the ones that we.
Yours.
Yeah.
All right,
You
see
also
the
have
ones that
certain
you are ripping off.
Yeah,
of
we
ice.
already
At the
own
bottom,
them.
you
I
have
already
dual
own.
stereo speakers, your SD
I already
card
own
slot,
Panzer
and then
Dragoon
a
Saga.
reset
It
button.
cost me
Honestly, the
$10,000.
reset button is only used for emergencies when you are actually.
I do want to point out that
using the
Clayton
software.
Anderson, who wrote the
And finally, on the right side, you have a volume.
the
rocker
FMV
wheel.
games piece,
And that's
did
really
write a
it when
piece
it
for
comes
hard
to it.
drive
So
that
let's
was
boot
like
it up and let me show
Sega
you
to
some
put
of the
out
buttons
a
inside.
Sega Saturn
Now,
Mini
this device runs
that
a
comes
modified version of EmuWeb.
with
It works
only
okay, but there are
Panzer
much
Dragoon
better
Saga
options out
installed.
there,
Cost
which is free.
$500. And people were just like, it's sad that this would be cheaper than buying the game.
Yes, it would.
Game systems. And then you'll push the A button to actually select a system to see the listing of the game.
It's so clean.
And some of these are
I mean, this
organized
is
It's so
even.
clean. I mean, that UI is the
That-
default one, which is
yeah.
not actually very good.
Which is not great, but
Or
it's
the
like,
the
other
default
systems are
OS.
not
But
organized correctly. So, for
I left
example,
mine
this
on
one on NES, they just
all
have a
last night
numbering system that
scraping
doesn't make any sense.
video
So when
clips
it comes to
from like
navigation,
everything on my
it may
system.
be
So
a
now
mixed
if I just put it
bag.
on
To start up
screensaver,
a
it
game,
just
you
goes
push the
through
A
like
button,
my
and it'll
God.
every
take a few
Super
seconds.
Nintendo and Genesis game.
Most of these games are going to run full screen at the
Also,
aspect
it is really
ratio of
funny
the
the
device,
games that it
which
comes
is
installed with
3:2,
were
a
like
little bit of a widescreen.
not
So your image is
right? Like a lot of them are just like totally fucked. Like called like Banjo Kazooie or like Layman 2.
You're gonna push down the L3 and R3 buttons. Those two.
Also, yeah, it stretches by
That'll bring
default.
up the RetroArch menu.
If
And this
you
looks a lot like the
install
PS3 menu.
the right OS,
All you have
it
to
won't
do
do
here
that.
is hit B to get over to the main menu, and then go down to Quit RetroArch.
Robo Wario. That's my favorite.
Now that's really all I want to show you about this original firmware, but let me show you how to shut down the system. This is a really important part.
Yeah. Anyway, it's an exhaustive video.
Go down to Quit,
to
and then shut down system.
watch the whole thing.
This device is like a computer. You can't just push the power button to turn it off. You need to actually do a software shutdown. This is going to
I just love a very straight-laced YouTuber who like occasionally makes little jokes and just finds them very amusing.
This comes with a generic SD card.
Reboot from NAND.
So what I would recommend
really
is
shut down?
Oh. There is some data that's on here that we're going to want to take off.
Yeah,
to
throw
put
that
on
thing in the
new
fucking
SD card.
trash.
My recommendation is to use a reputable.
I had to go to
brand like
Walmart
Samsung or
yesterday to
Samsung's.
buy
You can use all the
a
way up to
SD card
512 gigabytes.
because I apparently
256
don't have
cards
any
gonna cost you
SD
about
cards in my
30
house,
bucks, but 128
which
gigs is
I
gonna
like
cost you
find
about 20
impossible to
So I
believe.
recommend getting that from Samsung or SanDisk.
When I,
Now, if your
I mean, they
computer
just
doesn't have an
disappear.
SD card with
Yeah,
your
they're
slot
too
in it,
small.
you're
When
gonna
I
wanna
bought,
use an
okay, I
adapter
bought a
like this.
256 gig
I recommend
micro
this one
SD
from
card.
Anchor, costs about $12.
That's
but it allows you to use micro SD
still
as
kind
well
of
as
insane to
regular
me.
SD.
Uh-huh.
It's super easy.
Like
and
I
super
remember
stable.
having like a
Okay,
gig
so
on
let's
a
plug this
memory
into your
stick,
computer
like a
and
USB
let's
stick
install
was
it.
like a big deal.
Yep.
I'm gonna do this on a
250.
Windows
That's
PC, but
bigger
it's
than
the
like
same process
every
for a
computer
Mac.
I grew up with.
First things first, you're going to
Yeah.
see several different partitions from the one
It's-
single SD card.
That's
one you need to
more
worry about is the
storage
one
on
that's
that
built with
micro
Windows.
SD card
These other
than
ones
the
are built for
computer I
system
had
files.
before work
So
bought
within the
me.
games partition, you're going to find all
The
sorts
one
of
that I
folders
have
that
Right.
have all the
And it
games
costs
inside.
like $30.
So if you want
Yeah.
to save any of these games, for your
Hard
computer
Grata,
SD
I don't think you
you're
have to
gonna
have a
wanna
PC
save
for
these
this.
on
You
your
could
computer
also
for
do
now.
Mac. There
Although
are
honestly,
OSs
I
you can
recommend
get
Yeah.
on
your own
Mac
ROM
and
library
put
because
on
some of
this
these
thing.
games are poorly translated.
Yeah, this
or
is just
the
putting things
ROM
on
Yeah,
it.
it's
regions
just putting
don't
stuff
And
on
also,
it.
yeah,
with
you
these
can
original
definitely
games.
use a Mac as
Now,
well.
the most
Yeah.
important thing to save is what we call the BIOS folder. These are all the system files that are necessary to run all the systems inside. For example, you're not going to be able to play Game Boy Advance.
What a
or
micro
one
SD.
game unless you save
And
it.
micro SD disappears, I
So what
assume I swallowed
recommend is
it.
making a backup
Yeah, all the
folder
data's
called something
inside
like
of you
Stop
now.
BIOS
Yeah,
folder.
You're
you
like
ingested
Lucy.
all the
And then
bits and
move all these
bytes.
files
You're
over
like
into your BIOS
Lucy.
folder.
This is the 351M.
And that's
P.
it. At this point,
Well,
you
it's-
can
it's-
check
yeah,
the
The M
what
we
it
got
is
the
just
Ps.
metal. I like the P. I see like the metal.
So
The
there are
M is
several different
yeah, it's
custom
metal.
firmwares available
And
for
it has
this
an
device,
internal
but I would
Wi-Fi
recommend
thing,
if you're
but
starting out to use
I kind of
351
prefer like a
And I'll have a
plastic
link for this in my
handheld.
video description below. And
Yeah,
the most
I
recent
do
version
too.
of this
Like, I
firmware
grew
is
up with, like,
2.0.
you know,
can
things that
see
were
here
kind
I've
of,
actually made the official release guide for it.
you
So if
know,
you want to learn all the
cheap plastic
details
or
about
whatever,
this custom
so.
firmware, you can check out that video. But the most
They did
important
come out
part
with a new
is
one
here in the
recently, but I
assets
don't
folder.
think it's actually
You're
worth
going to want to
it.
grab that top
It's
link,
like-
which is a .img file.
Like
Just go ahead and
$80
download
more
that.
than the P,
It's
I
a little
think,
over
and
600
it's
megs, so it's going to
not.
take a minute to
it-
download. Once
The
you have it
screen is
downloaded, go
bigger
ahead
and
unzip
it's a little
this
bit
file. You want that
nicer,
raw
and there are
image file.
some improvements. But when I watched like an emulation test on a bunch of stuff, it
Now, there are
didn't
several
necessarily
options
run
available
some
for
high-end
flashing an
things
image
better.
file onto an SD card.
So
Let me show you the top three.
yeah, like the
first
person,
is
I
called
think
Win32
this is the
disk
person
image.
that
This
sat
one's
that
kind of the standard
reviewed
one
it
to
was
use,
like, I
but
don't think I
there's also one
recommend
called
this to
Rufus,
like
which is very
most
lightweight,
people.
and I've been recently
Yeah.
using a lot. And the last one is called
John,
Blend
we have a
Engine.
meeting
This
in
one also
20
works on the
minutes.
Mac. So if you use a Mac, I
Just
would
a
recommend that.
Yes, we
heads
do.
up.
Yes, we do.
Today we're going to use Rufus. So go
We're
ahead
gonna
and
wrap
install
this up
and then
because I
open
do
it up.
have things to
And
do.
this is super simple. You're going to
Before
put
that
in your
meeting,
brand.
thank you for reminding me, Nikki. Hey everyone, this has been a really fun time. This has been Tuesday morning in the show. Let's do some housekeeping. So we have a lot of stuff happening on twitch.tv/fanbyte this week. We do have a schedule over on socials as well as our website. Nikki, you're doing something tonight, I believe?
Yes.
Okay.
What am I doing? Who knows?
Who knows? Tomorrow we have a lot of stuff going on. We have Steven's prototype thing. We have Funkane's Gamers Paradise. We have Merritt's Retro Landfill, which is amazing. We have a brand new show starting on Thursday, which is Imran starting Asura's Wrath, which is amazing. Can't wait for that. And we also have a brand new show on Friday called Couch Surf, which is going to be a blast. It's going to be a few people on the couch showing off a game, chatting about it, showing off a thing. Doesn't have to be a game necessarily. And us hanging out in the afternoons on Friday. Is there a schedule command to link to your schedule page? I don't think there there is, but we can set that up. But yeah, also, if you liked the newsy chatting, I have a podcast called Thanks for the Knowledge, TFTK. It airs every Sunday, and it is a nice, chill way to wrap up the week with the games news and some discussion. I always have an interview segment and it's a blast. So find that wherever you get your podcast. You can find all of our podcasts at podcastnet.work. That's about it. You can find Merritt at Merritt K. You can find Nikki at Godsua. Thank you both for joining me so much. You can find me at Floppy Adult. You can find Fanbyte at Fanbyte Media. And yeah, until this afternoon, we will see you later. Have a good Tuesday, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.